Hi guys, Mezzy here. I play Counter-Strike for Team Vitality, where I recently won Blast Fall and World Finals, and just like you guys, I really loved Epic LAN. I first started playing Epic LAN at the beginning of my career, where it was a great experience for me. Loved playing at the Epic LANs, great atmosphere, great to meet new people, and also, just like you, starting out your career and you never know what can happen. Everyone needs to start somewhere. Epic LAN's a great place for you to keep going and just take UKCS to the next level. Good luck this weekend. Look forward to seeing you all at Blast Spring Finals in London. Let's bring UKCS back to the top.
Hello EPIC41ers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's EPIC when you need him? Welcome back, everyone, to the playoffs, the second round of the playoffs in the, traded.gg sponsored Counter-Strike tournament. I'm here with Spectreon, and we're going to be ready for our first best of 3 of the tournament.
Yeah, and the stakes are already being dialed up to 11 as we start. Royals versus the Raptors, of course. The loser is going to go down to the Inters tournament. If they want to continue further, in the main tournament, they're going to need to get a win. They're going to need to get it now. I mean, they're starting off this day, early 10 a.m. start, and that's what they're playing against. I mean, you're not comfortable here, are you, if you're one of the 10 players in the server?
Yeah, hopefully they didn't lose sleep over it, because they would desperately need it. And also, this is somewhat of an example, this matchup, of how the experimental group stage has shaped the playoffs. Because we had Royals at the start, winning the first one, but then having 2 very high seeds. So they went up and then had it swoop downwards. So they ended up high. They faced off against the neighbors right yesterday on the last matchup. But then, on the other end, we have Raptors, who right in the middle of the tournament went a bit upwards and then had a bit of trouble trickling down, even having to go against teams like Reason, where we were already going for a Raptors win. It being 13-1 wasn't really something we were expecting on stream, but it is 2 teams meeting each other from different sides. It's going to be a close one, I think.
I mean, absolutely should be. Just checking, my microphone is working, we're okay. Oh, we're sorted, we're
It
good,
should
yeah,
be.
Cool. Everything.
Just put it a bit close to the mouth.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
You guys with Overwatch, you got more accurate mics, I think.
Yeah, Overwatch is very different.
You're louder.
When it's closer in Overwatch, it just peaks all the time.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I was listening back to my VODs last time. It was appalling. So closer to the mouth, I can do. We can fix this.
With pop filters here.
Exactly.
So we should be good. Yeah, I mean, for this matchup, I'm pretty certain we're going to see an Ancient, unless Royals and Swaggy will try to avoid it. Depends, because Raptors are very good on Ancient, and I think their map will certainly has an advantage. One thing, which we talked about beforehand, if Raptors go down here, they have a pretty different result than last time. You'd go from winners to inters. That's worse than getting grouped.
I mean, there is a certain element of truth to that, but the Raptors have had a bit of a rebuild, between Epic LAN. So, I mean, the name brand of the org is the same, but the players in the server, what people might call the meat and potatoes of the match, that is entirely different. So, we'll see just how important that legacy is to the players who've just inherited it. But as you mentioned, Sheep, yeah, they might as well be losing it out right here and now. Royals, I believe, have been struggling in recent times, especially in this LAN a little bit, but their online results kind of do speak for themselves, and they've always been a consistent contender in pretty much all previous LANs.
Yeah, their flow state game was was a bit of a chewy one for them. A bit of tough one to swallow. Bit like the beef jerky we just had. But it's still in my throat. No, I mean, Royals, right, they had the Flow State game 13-2. They really had a pretty good reset afterwards because it was their second loss in a row against another pretty high seed. And then they just grinded it out through the middle of that group stage. On the other end, we have Raptors. Yeah, they've lost, I think it's 3 times they've had a loss. But 13-10 against Neighbors, 13-11 against K10. I think it was the 13-9, right? Against some of what we consider here to be the top teams, the final contenders. They gotten very, very close already. If something just flipped, if they start this day off well, there could be a real chance we're going to see them go top 3.
Oh, no, I absolutely agree. And as you mentioned, all these games being so close against the top contenders, who we would probably have pegged to go through and get the win entirely. I mean, yeah, it sucks that you've lost those games, but in the end, we have to take all of this into context. We have to be like, this team is still very strong. Yeah. They can still deal damage, and as long as we don't get a repeat of the Flow State game, then realistically, they probably will continue to at least be able to deal some damage, draw some blood from their opponents here.
Yeah, Raptors, spoke to them a bit. They are pretty damn confident, especially since the end of sort of their group stage run was against mostly teams where you're looking at like, yeah, you should be beating those anyway. But still, Raptors, right? Igor's been having an amazing game. Igor and Midgard both dropping 130 ADR against Reason. 130. It was a 13-1. It was pretty dominant game.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. That's just
it was a rough one. It was a rough one. It was very quick. So it is something that the Raptors are like. Something needs to go wrong for them to not make it through here, I think.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. Well, we'll see if that happens in the veto. Yeah, no Ancient. That's banned out instantly. No chance for that. So Anubis,
by Royals,
Overpass, Mirage. I'm excited. That's such a good map pool.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. It's an interesting one that Royals, I know Swaggy does like his Overpass, but it's still an interesting choice because although the Royals team has played together quite a bit, right? They played together not in officials or not really. I think the Royals team without Swaggy is playing in the UKIC division, so they are still having that chemistry, right? It's just Swaggy added back for the vibes for Epic Land. But having Overpass is an interesting pick. That could go both ways. Of course, the Press Royals do have a bit of the downside of them having to have the second pick. I don't exactly know what decided that. Do we decide that with seeds? I've no clue. We need to ask Finn. He's behind us, so I can start yelling and he'll probably answer. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, you already mentioned we're going to have a very brown map pool here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested to see.
I think
where this is going to go.
Yeah, obviously starting out on the attacking side of Anubis is going to be a pretty big advantage for the Royals. Going to wait and see if that actually pays dividends for them, because I think we've seen a couple times then teams not really getting off on the right foot on their own side pick, and considering it's also their opponent's map pick, going to be interesting, I think is the best word here to describe how it's going to head over on that first map. Of course, that canal control very important if they actually manage to get it, but plenty of places for them to slip up, to misplace a little bit. I think we've got such a varied map pool here, when you could kind of compare all three of these, Overpass with its crazy long rotations, long-range gun duels. Yeah. I mean, that map's just gigantic, and compare that to how quick Anubis can go often. I mean, they're day and night, so it's going to be a huge tempo change between, map 1, map 2, and if any team can adjust quicker, that's a great way of getting advantage heading into what could be a third map.
Yeah, and then you have Anubis and Overpass, what you mentioned, such tactical maps. And then you're going to end up on Pug Heaven, Face It Heaven, on Mirage, where it's you don't really have a wide strategy book, but it's the details within those strategies that are highlighted way more than on other maps. And Raptors have been great on Mirage as well throughout this tournament. So they've been comfortable on it. It's going to be a difficult one. I mean, that was the 13-1 that they had. They were pushing middle constantly. As soon as they got baited out, instantly they went over. But we'll talk about that more when we get that. I think we do have some other matches lined up. It's going to be in the lower bracket also Soulsland facing off against the Rum Bumpers. Bumpers. It's a weird name.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Solsland actually like securing playoffs was a bit of a
Yeah,
will there, won't
after we
they?
saw them play yesterday, I wasn't very confident, but
No.
they're managing to pull it up. Big respect to them, being able to refocus and continue through to Saturday here.
There we go. Lovely. We got the other upper bracket matches. Well, those have already happened yesterday evening, which means the team from Beve, right, the neighbors, they have gone through. The 4 teams not playing in the morning are going to be Beve, Flow State, and I just missed the other two because
K10 Coalesce.
K10 and Coalesce. Thank you
Yeah,
for
so K10
having
Coalesce will be
sharper
on
eyes.
the next stream after this one's finished.
Yeah.
So we get to catch all the action there. I kind of say I'm really interested in this game between the neighbors and Flow State. The first seed taking on the 13th seed.
Yeah.
How have we got here, Sheep? How has this happened?
Yeah, I think Flow State got underestimated severely. Kika's teams, Flow State, I'm pretty sure, again, has LTH in there.
Yeah, I mean...
And still, there has been a whole damn interview about the way how he's always an underdog and always makes deep runs at Epic. He's proving it again. It's crazy that LTH just is a guarantee for playoffs. No LTH, no semi-final.
I think the thing that was most memorable for me about my last LAN, EPIC41, my first, is afterwards Kika came up to me and he said, I've made a mistake. Law asked me to play on his team. I went without him. Now Law's top 6. I'm top 12.
Yeah.
I'm going with Law next time. He's ended up here. He's guaranteed top 6 at the very least, and he could well go deeper. So evidently made the mistake, come back, learned from it, and now just doing absolute damage on the last round of this bracket.
Yeah, that bottom 1 and 2 spots of the HLTV, that's gonna be so tight.
Yeah.
Because all the way from Flow State, TLR, Coalesce, Raptors, who was the other team? Rumbumpters. I think 5 of those all have a chance, a very solid chance to get into those like last 2 spots. In meantime, like we've had last Epic, it was quite competitive as well, but especially my first summer Epic in Wolves, it was pretty set, right? We came to the tournament. These are the teams where like, yeah, that's gonna be the top 4, and it became that way. So I'm very happy we got. It's so competitive under there, and I think even a lot of these teams, if you look at Raptors already nearly beating the Neighbors. Neighbors are such a solid team, right? They just have the firepower mostly.
Yeah.
And of course Adam, last time winner, who still doesn't have a car tire, I think, but that's a bit of a low blow. So sorry for that, Adam. Good thing we're back home in the technical pauses.
Way! It's at least before the game started. I feel like if it lets you like get started a little bit, then it's much more like unsatisfying,
Yeah.
as it were. But nah, we're just gonna stare inside the server a little bit, see what's happening, and see if there's anything we can glean about what they want to start on this pistol round. But there's not really too much happening here. Ping, a couple flashbangs, likely be raining over one of the sites. And that looks like pretty much it. P250 drops over onto Jane, so it'll be a bit of a raid boss there.
Well, we got some. We got Ping having ping issues. I think.
Beat me by 1 second.
Terrible joke. It's Ping is on cooldown. I think he pressed his mouse wheel a bit too much. So we're back. Ta-da. 2 flashbangs only on the T side, though. That might be an interesting pickup because
I mean, it's a pistol. I'm not terrified just yet.
Usually, especially on Anubis, we're often seeing like at least 1 smoke on the T side because there's so many angles where you can take advantage. So I'm expecting to see something very, very fast. Maybe the waterfall. 1 flash middle, 1 flash into cave. Maybe we'll see that one, but. We're just going to have to see and wait. Oh, it was okay. Well, we may be wrong. I just heard. It's always lovely to make a prediction and then get told
You're wrong, yeah.
I haven't taken many L's today. I've said it was going to be a close game between Reason and Raptors. That's pretty much the only thing I really got wrong. So, have you got any predictions wrong, even on the Overwatch stream?
The Overwatch is like pretty obvious who's going to win for the most part. We've got really strong teams, like about tier 2 level, and we've got college teams, still like studying. Yeah. And when they play against each other, you kind of have an idea of how it's going to go. Yeah. So overall, I've been okay. There've been some weird ones though.
Alrighty. Well, we've had, I think especially on stream, we've had quite a straightforward. It was Roscom Bryan actually, second game of the day, beating. My brain just stopped working, just poof, off. But yeah, Roscom Bryan did surprise a lot of people early on in the bracket, and they might have peaked a bit too early because they lost the final matchup to get to the playoffs, which eventually meant them getting grouped with terrible. To be
It's
honest.
just what happens at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But I mean, to be fair, right? Roscom Bryan, they played an amazing game. Zeth had some live games.
Yeah.
To get them in. I mean, we had those fights. You were still doing Overwatch yesterday late night, but we had some fights for qualifying, and it was incredibly tight. Like, it was pretty insane. I think Reason, 19-17 got through, and so many tight games. I'm still wondering what the tech pass is.
Well, I mean, we haven't heard much so far, so we're in
How
the
was your
dark as
night?
you.
How did you sleep?
I was so tired.
You were tired.
I was so tired. I crashed after Overwatch was done. I pretty much just slept until I had to get up for the taxi today. But somehow I feel like I should have slept another 12 hours. So we'll see how we manage to do today. Another pretty packed day, swapping between the two games. Of course, Overwatch finals later today, so that will be pretty much the peak of my Epic LAN. But get to continue casting CS as well for now.
Yeah, we got, of course, traded with the event, so that's going to be my probably my peak. As we are waiting on a server restart. Of course, the Draytech servers aren't the ones being the issue. It's CS2 being an annoying son of a... because, yeah, Draytech has been wonderful. We've had pretty much zero internet issues. We've had power issues.
Yeah.
And we've had server issues,
Yep.
as in CS server issues.
We've
But
also
they've been
had
flawless.
Blizzard server issues on the other end of the
Yeah.
game. Everything's going wrong except for Draytech, it looks like. So fair enough to
They
them.
got like a screen up front, like at the gates, at the gate going into the. If they are going into it, if you walk into the, they have like a screen
Yeah.
flexing how good it's working. It's pretty damn fun to see them.
I mean, for me, I gotta say, the favorite thing so far in the event is the huge display on the screen. On the main stage, sorry, because I mean,
amazing.
compared to what we had last time, those dinky little TVs, I mean, it adds so much more gravitas.
Yeah.
The actual finals are going to look fantastic.
it's gonna
I
be
cannot
so
wait
good.
for Sunday to see how how CS looks on the real big screen.
Yeah.
Of course,
Oh, it's gonna be great.
the what's the word? Show match as well with
Yeah.
RPK, Kenny S, sponsored by Trade It.
Yeah.
Again on the big screen. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Probably what they did last time was they didn't pick Alexa Grind for it, so they could flex all of their skins. All of the skins named Trader.gg. I've been very close with AJ. I've been playing a lot of Premiere with him as well. It's always funny to see him have a full empty inventory and then just a couple of weapons that you're like, I gotta get a traded account, man. Ah, damn, that stuff looks hella crisp. So. Yeah, they're here as well. I don't know if you've done it yet, but if you're watching the stream and you are coming to Epic somewhere this weekend or are at Epic already, we have the wheel at the Traded booth. You can spin, get some free giveaway tickets, get some free, even just free account balance. I think the top prize is £7.50
That's not bad.
for the balance. So yeah, you can get some free skins. Yeah, it's finally I get to say that. That's been a while.
You're waiting on that one.
I'm waiting on that one. Free skins. Not a scam. No. But it's starting to derail a bit.
That's how it goes, unfortunately.
Well, let's see if we will receive more intel about thank you, production. About what the update is around the server things. It's always the 10 a.m. issues do get sorted a minute or two slower than.
I mean, everyone's still waking up. I mean, I'm still waking up. I think you probably as well. Maybe not off the cold shower.
I've had an amazing morning. I've had full spa morning, steam room, sauna, cold showers. I've been treating myself. I had to wake up today. I woke up on the couch. I was like, yeah. I woke up pretty much halfway a dead body. So I'm glad I got the energy. It's starting to trickle down a bit because we're waiting for so long. But I can now confidently say I'm 5 for 5 with tech issues for
Good
every game
God.
I've casted.
That's
it's
actually
my
crazy.
fault.
It is your fault. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Who have you hurt?
I'm a magnet of tech issues.
Does Gaben just have your name on like
It's
a big
horrible.
board, like a knife stuck into it?
No, but the thing is, it's with endpoint as well. Every time I'm casting EC at endpoint, at least something goes wrong. It's so weird. I just radiate tech issues.
There's some bad juju in the air. I don't know what to tell you, man.
So I think, I mean, last time with the final as well, we had a lot of tech issues. I won't be surprised because Timo and Index are now casting the final that it's just going to go smoothly.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect there.
Yeah. Well, this is also perfect. Finally, we're
back
into the
in.
lobby. Jeez. The return is there.
I mean, the buy we were talking about earlier, though, looks like it's going to stay the same. Remember, that's a pistol, drops over onto Jane, 2 flashbangs, no smoke. That was what Sheep highlighted. Palm 1, actually. This is a weird one. A nade, a flashbang, and a pair of Julies. Really expecting it to be smokes off here, but not finding it. We'll see how that pans all out. It's a 3-player push through A main here. 2 looking down. Dark Midgard opens up proceedings, ping. Caught unawares, but pause a lull across the map as these players search desperately for an angle for a fight.
Paulman in a very good position. Very high up, but Swaggy is sort of really running out with the bomb because just, well, flexing it. I mean, look at the control Raptors have already. Depressed Royals are going to get into a bomb site. Whoa, Midgard getting taken down on the drop. And now,
Cake.
yeah, nades thrown in. It's the only nade. 4 versus 4. This is going to be difficult.
It's really awkward. I mean, with how entrenched Royals are already, then Raptors is going to have to win some pretty disadvantaged duels. And Eagle getting 1, yes, that won't stop the deluge of frags in the kill feed. Finn left to find something. There's 1, 2 left, and this player in heaven not yet noted, attempted, expected, but the peak still not given. Trying to clear into A main now. Swaggy shows a shoulder in the head, soon will fall. It's a 1-on-1, but no kit, no time. Depressed Royals off the back of an early plant, some nice trades, have got the first blood of the series.
And I heard exactly 1 woo when they decided when they went around. There was 1 Depressed Royals player going for a bit of a woo there. So they, well, apparently means they've probably been expecting to win this round. And Raptors were very eager with the pushes, sort of resulting them being as far out of position as possible.
Yeah. They got
Who's
the
the
advantage, I think. but other than
RTTK
that-
name? Oh, that's Rutko.
Yeah.
That is a terrible name. Jesus.
Some players just like to be annoying.
I'll tell him off in between maps. Jesus, that's terrible. Well, at least we know it's Rutko.
Yeah,
now.
force buy here for Raptors. Want to keep this one dangerous, and for good reason, but playing into more than a couple upgraded rifles is kind of the result you expect as Midgard gets taken down early. And going aggressive actually is Eagle. That flashbang is good for 1, but only the 1, so into 3 on 4. Raptors have to reconsider their options.
Yeah, Scout not yet connecting onto anyone, and Paulman is gonna.
What is that?
Oh my God!
What is that?
What the hell, bro? No, Paulman. Highlight of the tournament there. Jesus.
Okay,
What? Okay,
Keeps
that's
it-
ridiculous.
keeps
The
it
round's
even,
not
I
going to
guess.
go anywhere. Maybe it is, actually, because Igor also gets the headshot. If Igor gets 1 more kill, that may be on, but he won't. Paulman, he drops the scout. Maybe he should have just kept it. Keep on no-scoping. My man, we want to see more. Is he going to go for... I mean, saving a Galil would be decent, and he is going to go for that decision. He is going to take him hitting the shot of the tournament. But he's going to take that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good
Go for
damage,
save.
but at the end of the day, you kind of did want the round you're investing here. So Raptors, they're not too upset, but they kind of not best case scenario for them, I'll put it that way. Yeah, saving through the Galil, it makes sense, but after you've already, made a miracle like that, you might as well, see if you can get any more going. Not to be. 2-0 here for the Royals. Even if Palm 1 happens to be blessed, then...
I don't know if we're recording the cost count. I really want to see.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a quick scope as well.
Oh,
he
God.
did zoom in.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a pure no scope, but
I was getting sort of ready to waffle about how much I liked the effect of the fisheye lens around the scope again, and I mean, he doesn't even use the damn thing.
Just right, check the wind. Yep. It's alright, 2 Zeuses. The wind's picking up. We got a thunderstorm. Maybe some lightning as well. As Finn and Midgard both have it out. Paulman on the boost. Maybe good for 1 or 2 with the spray. Rutko actually gets that first kill. 5-7 now close range. Whoa, Igor just not converting. Might still be something with Jay and Solid. They have been taken out. Every single support pillar of Paulman.
This is winnable. They're both really lit, but they're not affecting Swaggy in the corner. Palm 1 goes down. Still, for the buy level, 3 kills there. Not too bad at all, but consistent plants, consistent rounds means that, you know, the damage that they deal isn't all that relevant. So nice work from Palm 1. Unfortunately, just not able to close up the rounds.
Yeah. And I think Rutko, at that point, focusing on the player already being sprayed down by Paulman, is just one of those like selection things that only that you're not really expecting Rutko, Raptors, or pretty much anyone here at Epic to isolate that in those fights. So that's unsurprising. But Rutko, great start from first.
Yeah, opening pick. This is so early in the round as well. It's going to make Steeple pretty bloody tricky, but pulling it back and showing the other side of the map and Oscar. I don't know quite how that's happened, but Palm 1 down, and that's kind of the high flyer of Raptors. And, you know, not active in the round anymore. Swaggy down mid as well. I mean, there's no chance at all for Raptors to try and defend against all this map control. So it's a free pathway into the A site that Royals can take whenever they wish. Just waiting on the push here of Finn to try and stop him. And timing good for the 1. Takes damage, but can maybe continue it.
It's still a difficult situation. You don't really want to commit into the bomb side here if you're Raptors, and they're not. I think this is just going to just water down into a save. Don't really see anything happening here. And this round is a bit of a waste, in my opinion, because they get the first pick. Joey wins the fight of Igor just standing out in the open.
Yeah, he just doesn't need to
for
give
a team over. For Raptors, they have been winning so many 4 versus 5 situations. They know the mistakes their opponents have been making. This is a bit of a mistake you really shouldn't be making. Well, they don't have a kit, so they're not going to go for it. But maybe they're going to save the AWP.
I think best case scenario here is probably just locking in the members of Royals with the bomb, making sure they die to it no matter what. And holding for the fight. Yeah, some good shooting from Retco, but we're going to have to book it now. I believe Joey very likely to escape. Nope, Finn's here. The timing's a smidgen awkward. The duel goes the way of the defenders. The round, though, goes to Royals all the same.
They do get an op for Paulman, though. And he's been having a lot of impact thus far with the AWP. Going for a tactical timeout. Love to see it after 0-4.
Yeah, calling it early. They want to keep going.
2? Oh, yeah, 2 remaining. Thought they've already used 2. I was like, what was the first?
Quick maths with the Counter-Strike casters over here.
Yeah.
But no, terrible. I mean, Palm 1's been okay so far. Remember, you said in the series, or not in the series, the tournament, sorry, has been one of the stronger players, and it has the AWP in his hands. Full belt of utility. The only thing missing will be a kit, I believe, and even that can be invested into later. So all the bells and whistles for Raptors. We have to wait and see if they can get anything done here, because, again, in that previous round, it was a great start, but unfortunately just nothing really left in the tank there after that. So if they can get that same start again, but, you know, not give over those mistakes, not concede some of those early advantages, then we could be looking at a very different series. Famas onto Midgard, going to make it a smidgen harder, but Retco flattens Jane up into Rifle, and looks like the Rifle's winning out more often than not.
Yeah. As of yet, the AWP hasn't really seen much impact. Well, we saw the Scout pretending to be an AWP. Look at the money, right? The money on Depressed Royals, it is quite depressed, right? The highest is ping on 1800. That round, like the last round, Raptors have lost 4 rounds. Yeah, but they lost them in the best ways possible. And Paulman instantly in there with impact with a double kill. Rutko gets his second. This round is so clean, not a speck of damage.
It's possible that Swaggy can get something going, but I can't imagine more than 2 frags going to go his way. Yeah, currently unknown, going to be the main boon on his favor, and this lurk through dark is going to catch Igor perhaps unawares. So slips a bit of a gap in the net, but can you really get anything from it? I kind of have to hazard a guess towards the negative. 45 seconds left. A save seems nigh impossible to him, I'd assume, so the name of the game kind of has to be damage at this point. Of course, this round, not even a point of damage done to Raptors, so Anything would be perfect, and it will continue that way.
Clean.
Squeaky clean from Raptors EC to get their first round on the board, and we can bloody hear them.
Yeah, a bald man with white eyebrows. They are very Mr. Clean. I mean, yeah, they kicked it off straight. And this is a dangerous precedent for the Press Royals.
Yeah.
Because already you're going to be quite broken in terms of your moolah. And they have Jane on only AK. He's going to go for this fight again. Eats the nade.
I mean, that's picture perfect. It's exactly what it's designed for. I mean, down 37 damage with your hero rifle. If I were him, I'd almost just be thinking about, swapping with somebody else. Maybe give it to Swaggy, trade the gun out just to give you the highest chance of success of finding a kill. Right now, just disadvantaged for no reason. 4 players grouped out outside of Dark, I believe. It means that the defenders on the B site here for an unwelcome surprise. No info across the map for Raptors EC. They just want to take these gunfights. Whether that's judicious or not, only time will tell. Flash over the site, pushing into Retco. Good for the one. Only the one. An explosion of kills, and the Blanc can go down.
That's unsurprising. No util used in such an advantageous round. Maybe they were just thinking it was going to be only clocks. They maybe didn't expect the force. And they're in, right? They picked up the util that wasn't thrown by Raptors. Free smoke. All right, we'll use it to block off Palace for a good 20 seconds. Flashman goes in, but this retake, it's starting to look impossible. Paulman, though, makes it a 2 versus 2, picking up the FAMAS. Back corner. Paulman will check it, but Swaggy right on time. That is lovely from Swaggy. And we mentioned they're going to get in trouble. Hell nah. They get the force buy. They get all the headshots, and this is a very good round by Royal.
It's so passive, though, from Raptors EC.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they fully expected an eco, then I just don't see the vision, I mean, you're going into worse weapons. They're going to probably just death ball run at your site. But if you have no info outside of your site, then you're just letting them execute onto you, and you're not trying to find out any utility either. Advantage here for Raptors, at least pulling it back into their favor. The double AWP sings out, but only for the one. Retco's has been shut down. Igor has to get the trade.
Ping finally on the board.
Yeah, breaking the goose egg, but it does take till round 7 to get a gun.
1-7 says Ping honors the Brazilian. Honors the Brazilian. Swaggy again with a great headshot. I mean, if he steps up, he's pretty much still, even though the man's retired officially, Epic Lamb retirement doesn't exist.
Esports retirement doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's probably not. Doesn't. Paulman has just been so good on the AWP. 3 versus 2. Joey and Oscar still might have a chance here.
We'll see which direction Finn is looking as they crouch out of Dark. The jump, though, that's made sound. We'll see if anybody's noticed it. Yeah, attention turned from the main position. Back turn, easy kill. Bomb drop on the site. Molly's going to make it even harder. Oscar, plenty to do. Known. Probably could have died there, but utility out to palm 1. Flashbang gets the job done all the same, and Raptors pull it back. I'm just expecting this half to just goes up, but we've seen Royals. I mean, if they have the potential to just straight up win force buy rounds, there's going to need something to change for Raptors in these holds. I mean, they've now been relying on the util thrown by Royals to react to that. We haven't seen much Anubis or CT side aggression from Raptors, which is something that... Oh, this might be a recipe for disaster here.
Well, it could be. Disaster for who?
Only time will tell. Retco aggressive with the smoke, but an unwelcome
Support
surprise at
is
the
there,
other end
though.
of things.
Oh,
Yep,
Jesus.
Swagger flattens one. No support anymore. Retco's on his lonesome. Yeah, there's a push-up from Midgar, but still.
Suddenly, it's very weak. I mean, of course you're going to be rotating away. Retco holds his own against 2.5, as Joey does take him down eventually through his teammate. 3 versus 3, but the damage done by Igor and Retco at least will give a bit of support towards them. Paulman does get tagged, but it's only 30 HP. Gives that in return to Joey, and he goes down to the op. Nice Titan sticker, by the way.
Yeah, and that's going to tell them that they've been rotating away from that A main position. The rotates of Raptors can come in and maybe start reinforcing mid. Yeah, exactly what we see here. Mid got the one to plug the gap. The damage done previously so strong. Swaggy clotheslines. Jane clothesline. Midgard just doing the washing up here in
He didn't
middle.
even move his crosshair.
Yeah, exactly.
He just crouched.
Doesn't need to.
Lovely spray.
Yeah, because of that now, pulling it back. economy now well and truly reset for Royals, and Raptors surely have a gimme round here. I was very worried about what Rutko could get done there in that position. You know, it's very possible that Tech9 just rush the smoke, catch him unawares, but double, plus damage. I mean, ideally you'd like your rifle to stay alive, but at the end of the day, you got the round, you got it relatively cleanly, so no complaints towards what the Raptors are doing now. As we kind of mentioned earlier, though, the lack of CT aggression has been catching them unawares, but this time pushing up in that B main position. Igor, a lovely nade.
And a follow-up with the AUG. A bit of this is a bit cheeky, waiting for aggression as soon as they have the Glocks. That's a bit pushing it, isn't it? It's we haven't seen it been forced to use really, but I mean, 5 rounds for Royals. They really need to step it up in this next genre, because all the plays that they have been making have been answered by Raptors recently.
Yeah, they've lost pretty much all of their momentum now, but rifles might be the ticket to change that back, swing the pendulum back into their court. 5 AKs, utility, all the bells and whistles, maybe missing out on that AWP to try and challenge Palm 1, but attacking Anubis, by no means a necessity. Going to wait and see what they have to bring for us today. Igor on the AUG, actually not something you see every day, but right now getting some value done with it.
Yeah, I'm having a feeling that we're going to see, maybe not this round, but still somewhere in this half, we're going to see a full A execute. I know Raptors have been doing it a couple of times, and they're going to be lining up for it. At least gathering out at the outside of A. They want to get closer control, and that is punished. Swaggy just giving it up for free. That's 10 kills already down the drain.
I mean, shadow advantage there as well against the AWP. You don't have a chance in hell. Bait and switch setup between Palm 1 and Midgard doesn't come into play. They decide to just evacuate it and not try and give over any kills. That is fair enough, but it does mean that Royals now are able to get into the A site. Just as one Heaven player of Midgard to try and repulse them. Molotov utility down. There's so much damage by it. Look at them pushing through the molly. Wow, cake. Midgard gets flattened. The spray from the AK only good for the first. And they have to still carry this mid luck. Well, not anymore. Palm 1 solved that pretty summarily. 2 and 3 now.
Jayan and Oscar, they do have a chance, but Oscar is has about the structural strength of a paper plane at this point. 9 HP. They have to force their way in. They're taking their time. Not a lot of util left. Only 2 flashbangs. They do have kits on all. That's no worry. But now Palmer can maybe try it. Jayan only getting 1 kill. It's Oscar still on 9 HP. Fighting the AWP. It won't matter that you're low HP. Oscar, that is magnificent as he gets the double headshot in the 1v2.
That is exactly what Royals needed. An individual to come up to inspire them. So to show them that they can continue, they can stop the streak of their opponents. Raptors get slapped down. And again, this is another 4v5 that they just can't convert. Royals, when they feel like it, when they come out swinging, they really can make miracles happen. And this time it is Oscar who just, I mean, what is that headshot? Low HP and just knocks Raptors on their ass. So 6 here, half, maybe 1 out. And with that early pick here as well, it looks all but a guarantee that they're going to have the lead as we head into our second half.
Such reliance on the AWP. I mean, Paulman, he has been great, but now 2 rounds in a row, he's been the star of the wrong show. Igor, the timing to turn back is absolutely as terrible as it can get. Rucko is picking the AWP. Can he find some impact with that sniper? Only 1, but Finn in behind. Distraction on the op is good enough. Raptors quick rotate from Finn there, and this is not going to work out for them. Raptors fighting back. What a lovely first half.
It's been really even back and forth, actually.
It's been great.
I mean, 5 and 7, I think the best case scenario now. Considering that 5 and 0 lead, I think we saw, then, I mean, yeah, you're laughing all the way to the bank if you are Raptors. Royals, again, pretty reasonable half, of course, starting out on maybe the favored half. Their opponent's map pick, we spoke about this, a little bit before, saying it can go the other way if, you slip up. But they haven't really, can't really complain about how they've done it. But there are some concessions on both sides of the board. MP9 for Igor here, low HP, and Oscar jumping through the smoke, trying to make something happen. Will only succeed in donating another kill into a tally of Palm 1, now to 13.
And if you want to donate to more charities, of course, we do have the showmatch. We also have the raffle. All going to the Binman organization. They have had, of course, their charity streams. If you want to check out some interns, you can, of course, also see that. But we only had a couple of pistols left. They get mown down, mown by 1. It's going to be Joey. on his own. You listen to Joey,
No, I
the
don't.
artist?
I'm sorry, not my thing. I'm mainly I listen to Joey Badass.
Ah, yeah, that's fine.
We'll see if that counts.
Can Joey be badass? That's a terrible joke. And Igor takes him down. Glad we don't have to continue that one. Imagine if he'd clutched after I made that joke.
That would be
Shameful.
Yeah.
That would be a retirement.
I feel like the worst thing
filed.
for a caster is like having a great play and casting it badly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Messing it up. Well, or having tech pauses every game.
Okay, but like that's what can you do about that? What is your plan?
That's
You,
true.
like get consecrated?
Yeah, maybe. I nearly fell asleep on the desk here yesterday during the power outage.
I think I almost passed out during casting one of my Overwatch games. So it was a long one, man.
Well, pistol round starting. It is the one Molotov on the Raptors, and Pullman gets taken down by the double push to get very close together. Ping and Jay, and this is working out wonderfully. Ping! Ding, ding, ding! Triple headshot for him. Finn is now on his own with the Glock. It's not necessarily the fake. Guys, go B, I go bomb A. That wasn't the call made. Everyone just goes down. Finn suddenly on a bit of a tourist attraction through the Anubis Arena.
I mean, the bomb this far away, not a chance in hell. And we'll be able to slip the net a little bit. I'm not quite sure if they'll know he'll be able to be this far in, in CT. So one kill maybe served up in his plate, but no, they're turning to look. Oscar's covering the angle. Pretty much every pathway going to be locked off. In fact, they have a pretty great idea of where he is, just based on deduction and eliminating the rest of the options. And speaking of it, yeah, can't eliminate a single player. Oscar cleans it up, but Ping's the hero of that one.
2 pistol round wins for Royals on Raptors mapping. That is
What is
so
that?
big. Yeah.
That's so dirty.
It's a great play as well, because they had a very risky setup. They had a 3-2, right? 3 players on the A bomb site, which for an A rush, especially the pistol round, it's necessary to have a chance. What they did, they waited a bit. They didn't go instantly. They waited 5 to 10 seconds. Boom. Double push into cave. Instantly double push wide swinging B main. That was a great play together from Ping and I think with Ping and Jay, and that really got the best out of that. It's wonderful done. Wonderfully done.
Yeah, great way to get back to the lead. Raptors EC doing a good job chasing them, hounding them for the advantage here in this map, and starting off what should be Raptors' strong side by taking away their pistol. Exactly what you need if you are the depressed Royals. That one's going to be lifting their spirits a little bit. That nade 2 chunky mid-guard down to 41 and smattering of damage on the rest of them, going to make it harder and harder. Pushing into the MP9, could be a money-making adventure for Jane, but only the one taking down the rifle, or SMG, sorry. Going to be dropped over. Joey's turn on the shopping block, and another 2, so harrying, hounding the Raptors. Yeah, now picked apart from multiple angles. Those 2 kills, lovely, but 5 MP9 kills. $3,000 in the bank of the Royals collectively, and the round 2, they're not complaining.
Like speed bumps, one by one, in the road for the T side.
Oh.
It was just MP9, couple meters, MP9, couple meters, MP9. Just one by one. Just let's go for it. It's such a weird fight. But they have them all lined up right in the route that the GPS planned for the Raptors. Now let's see if they can get their teeth in. As the boost not repped by Paulman. That's a bit of a... I'm not a fan of that peak. That's way too wide. It looks like I was playing out there for that one, for that split second. 3 versus 4 already. The Press Royals are going to get a very good start here.
That was super aggressive from the Raptors, and as you mentioned, just not really clearing any angles specifically, not really jiggling. There wasn't much utility for it. Kind of just swinging out, seeing what happened, and the boost, of course, isolated from a lot of the common flashbangs, just kind of had that first kill served up on the plate. These trades have been back and forth since then, but still numbers advantage for the Royals, and as T's, you're going to really struggle to pressure any area of the map when the enemy knows that you just don't have the same amount of bodies to start the problem as you do. Hiding behind the smoke here is Midgard, and currently unknown but watched by 2. This duel, as it fades, could be awkward, but dropping back maybe feigns a lack of presence.
Oscar is very alone here, and Midgard might pull some extra attention away from mid. Not yet. Oh, nearly straight cross run. The first swaggy recovers. But then the move in.
That's lovely.
Jane gets pulled away from the from middle. Oscar goes down on the side 2 versus 2 Raptors. Are they again just sort of puzzling this one together? they might be sending their claws into round number 4 or 15. As Finn, just checking back and forth, still gets the headshot. Are they going to expect Swaggy coming in from the same angle? Finn is not looking, and what a move! Standing on that little hilltop, low HP, sliding sideways, which means also down. Swaggy didn't hit a single bullet.
I mean, that's a 3-on-4 conversion there. Kind of what we were, we have been critiquing, more or less throughout the series. It's kind of been a lack of ability to close out these numbers advantage scenarios, but here, fantastic from the Raptors. Their lurker on the other side of the map on A, get to kill, pulls the rotation, 2-on-1 on the site, easy kill for them, and from there, in the 2-on-2 post plant, with the advantage of the bomb being down, Raptors go to roam and they take care of both the members of the Royals. So 7-8 now. Again, just one round of difference. This game of Anubis has been so close so far on a Razor's edge, but this time Ping on the wrong end of a Razor. Palm1 flattens him, and numbers advantage for the Raptors once again.
Yeah, and the buy from the Royals was
yeah,
bit of a buy with a bad harvest. Midgard finds a double spray. Redco completing some team damage as now we have to press Royals with at least a bit of an opportunity, although I think that AWP, they want to desperately take care of that one. Saving both weapons to press Royals. It's weird to go for a full buy. They were put in a very awkward position by the 3v4.
Yeah, I kind of did throw him from a loop. Best case scenario here is probably that Oscar can find an AK dropped, but pretty far away from all where the weapons are. It's not all that likely. AWP will be saved through 9 times out of 10. At the end of the day, Royals will have firepower as they head into round number 17. But also at the end of the day, Raptors will have the even tied up part of the half, so not too bad for either side. I gotta say though, Raptors now beginning to build some momentum on their attacking half. It does make you begin to worry a little bit.
Yeah. Second time we're going to see a tie game. Last time was, of course, before the pistol. Or, well, at the pistol, right? The second half. I have a bit of a feeling this is not the last time we're going to see a tied score in this Anubis matchup already, because they've been so back and forth, and I think for this round, this is just a bit of a waste round for Royals. What I'd like to see is them playing out this round, saving the AWP, maybe getting a kill or two, then calling a pause. Because going for you'd actually win this round, not really going to happen. But you need to keep control over it. It's going to be a bit of a weird one. Don't think they're going to... If these USPs do something, we might see it. But
I'm not hopeful. There's a bit of a stack here. I mean, so peeking into 3 USPs is going to be an unwelcome surprise for pretty much any player on Raptors, but at the end of the day, it is only a USP, not the end of the world. In rounds like this, if you kind of want to do damage, you'd often be looking to set up either Jane or Oscar with one of those guns to, go frag something, but they really want to save them through, so stacking them both on the A site, so Raptors would have, again, a bit of an unwelcome surprise. They peeked into there, but very little pressure on the rest of the map, and with the stack rotating, then it's a free runway into the site. Bomb will go down guaranteed, and 9 times out of 10, I would just expect Royals to save their remaining rifles.
Oh my god, a unicorn! Oh, Palman just takes damage. Nearly the perfect unicorn bomb plan. We have the USPs going for a bit of fun. Palman straight through the smoke yet again. No inclination of someone being there. Palman doesn't see smokes, I think. He's blind to smokes.
I mean, that would kind of fit what we've seen so far, right? Just haven't really mattered. And you guys have to remember, they're still not Wolves. Player's going to try and save on the A site by Cake, but there is a bit of a hunt now. So bomb does tick lower, but Jane and Oscar are going to have to buckle down, get ready to fight for their right to save these weapons through. Closing in are the Wolves because they smell the blood in the water. Palm1, Jane, Oscar, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, the AWP gets taken away. Last second, Oscar manages to grab an AK as a bit of a consolation, but they would have loved that zoom banger.
Ooh, that's not going to change much, apparently, because Jane can just reinvest into a new one. Palman will take it for free, though, so that's a good bonus for him. 9-8. We're going to see just the regular default from Depressed Royals. Maybe a challenge into Cave. Are they going to dry swing this? Surely you won't against Palman. and a smoke. I'm fearful that this is not going to help. Okay, Palman is not going to do some fancy tricks again as they go straight into the bomb site. Midgard and Swaggy trade on one. Joey still just bombs it. They go for the bomb without checking it, and somehow it works out. That is ridiculous that that actually works. Joey not committing fully to the bomb planter, maybe already thinking he had taken him down. But on the bomb site, Midgard, great angle on James, lining up a nade and kill through the smoke, but I think that is just the opening of the retreat.
Yeah, you don't have the bodies for it. You don't have the economy for it. You just need to get out, unfortunately. You know, if they had managed to save the AWP3 in the previous round, they would have had an extra, almost $5,000 splash, and maybe there would have been something to be said here. But even though Ping gets the kill onto Retco, then the time just too low. Round going to be going the way of the Raptors pretty much anyway. Something I was, having a bit of a think about is actually Palm 1, now obviously willing the AWP again. On the CT side, it was absolutely work done. It was 13, 14 frags at the end of the half, but as we've kind of swapped sides, and it's been very quiet from him, so even though Raptors are in the lead, the thing that would really cement their dominance here on Anubis would be Palm 1 again waking up and bringing some of that firepower we saw in the first half, back into this T side.
Yeah, he's had a couple of rough rounds, and Royals have been able to take advantage of it, but the problem is with a player like Palman, if you go up against him, it's really a bit of a situation where, yeah, if you take him down, you get the advantages. Well, let's skip that, by the way. We're just straight in again, but this time Swaggy and Joe play shoulder to shoulder, completing the CT wall. Some smokes going over. Swaggy with a double kill on the bomb site. Raptors thought, don't fix a broken system, go for another A rush, but Royals are ready for this. This is a 5v2.
Yeah, I don't see a world where anything happens here. Best case scenario, 2 or 3 frags. But even that seems pretty impossible right now. You have no map control. You have a single flashbang in terms of relevant utility. Yeah, you've got the guns for it, but peeking dry into the AWP. Shoulder spotted, shadow advantage for the defenders, and yes, again, squeaky clean. 5 players left standing. Royals, if you're looking to build back into gaining that lead, once again, this is exactly how you want to do it.
Yeah, Royals and Swaggy. Royals and Swaggy. Joey and Swaggy. So many Ys in this name, in these teams. But yeah, they complete the full house. All 5 kills divided between the both of them. And that's a bit of a waste for Raptors.
Yeah.
Just going for another A rush. I mean, I understand the gamble, but either it was a missed Molotov or they just didn't throw it. But backside was just not, like, sight wasn't cleared at all in the slightest. And oh boy, Finn burning down Igor.
That's one way to get into a 4 and 4.
Yeah. A bit of the deagle shot with Palman, and Oscar does want to challenge, thinking, alright, there's no scope on that dig. Maybe some players pretend there is, and they still hit the long range shots. But Joey's going to take down Midgard 4v2. I apparently was correct. We're going to see a tie game yet again.
I mean, no one really is able to get a consistent advantage. I think what the highest lead we've seen is 2, 3 rounds, maybe?
Well, 5.
At the beginning,
at the start.
Of course. Ignoring that, then, afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards it's been neck and neck.
Yeah. I mean, we've picked quite a competitive game for this last match of the day, and Swaggy not able to make the fight competitive, just closes out onto Finn. Retco, Armored Deagle, 40 seconds left to go. A kill would be a blessing, but Ping stops even that. 10 and 10. Yeah, we are tied up once again. There is probably... No, I tell a lie. A buy here is going to be a little bit awkward if they want to invest in. So Royals might be playing against something a little bit goofy.
Yeah, huh. I mean, Royals, of course, had the help of the conversion. I think in the gun rounds, it's been mostly Raptors playing the better CS. But if you have 2 very neutral plays from both teams, it's been Raptors getting on top most often. If Raptors make a mistake, yeah, Royals win, but they also have those pistols. That's at least 4 rounds for free. And that's not making it easy for Raptors.